Namaskar. Recently I was traveling to airport and I was having some budget route through many small towns and cities, and I was in a bus and I was meditating, and then one lady comes to me and she is saying Dada, Namaskar, and I'm just like shocked a little bit. I was not expected in that bus. I also say Namaskar. So, and then the people are leaving the bus, and I thought that, yeah, maybe this is our terminal stop. So I came out, and confidently I'm walking towards the train station, and I realized that it is a different city. I'm supposed to be in a different city. So I turned back, and already my bus is left. So I'm stranded. And yeah, I cannot make it to my next connection, so I have to reroute my everything. So finally I rerouted and I'm going to another city. Finally I'm catching my connection, ready to go to the airport. And then somebody is calling me, Dada, you are here, Namaskar. And I'm okay. How are you here? He said, I missed my train. So I wanted to talk to you, and this is how I meet you. I missed my train, so now I know why I missed my train. So we started to talk on different things about spirituality, about different tests on the spiritual path, about difficulties on the spiritual path, about the grace of the God, grace of divine, grace of Guru. So many topics we talk. And then one thought, this my friend expressed, that really impressed me, stuck in my mind. And I thought that I must record videos about it. He said like this, he said, even if you have done everything wrong on the spiritual path, you still have done everything right. Even if you have done everything wrong, you still have done everything right. So I like that thought. It is very tantric thought. You know, perfectionism on the path is not going to help you. It is very egoistic. I want to be perfect. I want to be perfect. I want to move without any mistake. And if I make some mistake, then I don't want to move. Because that picture of perfection is not anymore there. I'm not attached actually to the divine. I'm attached to this idea of perfection. So this, you know, like there is a story that a man is taking care of the sheep, and then they were there somewhere up in the mountains, and then suddenly one sheep falls from the cliff. And then he pushes the entire flock of 100 sheep down the cliff. And then somebody is telling him, what are you doing? Why are you pushing the 100 sheep down? He said, you know, without one sheep, the flock isn't perfect already. So I'm getting rid of that flock. So we shouldn't be like this. We can do mistakes. Actually, when I'm analyzing myself, I think every day I do some mistakes. Every day I do some mistakes. Every day I regret it. Either I do it mentally, with my mind only, or I speak something that I'm not supposed to speak. Say something that I regret. Or I do even something. So I think mistakes, the everyday part of our lives. And we are learning through the mistakes. When you have done it, then you feel it in your heart. That is here in your heart, there is vritti called anutapa. Anutapa means regret. Once you realized that you have done mistake, you feel pain in your heart. And in that way you are learning and learning and learning. So on the tantric path, the main essence that you remain committed to spirituality. Not committed to your ego. Not committed to your image. You remain committed to spirituality. You know, initiation, what is initiation? Initiation is the process of connection between the guru and disciple. When disciple connects to spirituality, you can say, what is there to connect? We all connected. That's a different thing. You connect by your commitment. You commit to spirituality. In that way, you commit the spirituality to you also. In initiation, in tantric initiation, there are different types. There is Vedic initiation, that's in that process not so important this. But in tantric initiation, very important that the commitments that disciple takes. The first commitment is called abhisheka. You promise something to guru. You promise the guru that you are going to be a good person. You are going to be good man. You are going to be good woman. You will not harm others, and you will do good to others. This is your core commitment. This is one part. You know, like guru is giving you something, but you're not taking it. So guru cannot really give you. So only when you are taking, guru is giving, but you are taking also, then you can get it. So your taking is as important as guru's giving. So guru gives you a perfect way of life, but you are not taking it. Then how can guru give you? So this commitment is just like holding the hand of the guru. You commit to be good. You commit to follow the principles. And that's how the guru opens a path of goodness for you, path of happiness for you. So that's the first part. But still, guru is still, you holding the guru, but guru is not yet holding you. Second part is called guru dakshina. Guru dakshina means coming under the shelter of the spirituality, of the spiritual guru. Spiritual guru, principles, and I have to explain what is guru. Three things. Guru is the person who teaches you meditation. Even there is some nuances. For example, when I teach meditation, I don't call myself guru. I'm an acharya. I transmit initiation from my guru to the disciple. In the name of my guru I teach, because in Tantra it is believed that guru must be an enlightened entity, a perfect entity who has achieved the perfection of yoga. So myself being imperfect, I can only transmit from the perfect being. Okay? So such enlightened being is the guru. Another form of the guru is the providence itself, the universal spirit of welfare, which is pervading every particle of the universe. That is also guru. The universe constantly teaches you, constantly helps you, protects you. And least but not the last, very important, your own conscience is the guru. Your own inner self is the guru. In that inner self, the principles of spirituality are always reflected. So you take that commitment that the priority, the importance of the guru in three roles, no? But it is actually one entity which is expressed itself in these three forms. The importance is higher than my ego. And my ego is what? My ego is anger, lust, attachment, greed, jealousy, and pride. So normally people place these 6 enemies of the soul as the topmost. This is the most important in life. But in spiritual, when you begin the spiritual path, you realize that spirituality is higher, and this is not higher. So when you take this commitment that I come under the shelter of the Guru, I offer myself into the care of the Guru, at that moment you commit the spirituality to yourself. Not only you commit to spirituality, but the entire spiritual consciousness, the entire supreme consciousness become committed to you. It starts to protect you, starts to guide you. So this is the connection that it is formed. So sometimes we are not able to fulfill our commitments. Sometimes we supposed not to do bad things, but we could do bad things. We're supposed to do good things, but we might not have enough strength in us to do good things. So it's like already you are letting go of the hand of the Guru. But the hand of the Guru doesn't let go of you and continues to inspire you to, from different sides, try to bring you from darkness to light. So only when you say that, okay, I don't recognize the Guru anymore, go away, I don't want you, then only the Guru will let you go. And then you can go wherever you want to go. So this is the situation. So on this path, this is, I am telling you, really like esoteric, very deep things of spirituality. So on this path, there will be different tests. Different tests. Mostly, you can say there are like 7 tests. So why 7? There will be, according to samskara, according to karma, sometimes your greed. What is more important, spirituality or the greed? And you will be tested. What is more important, your pride or spirituality? What is more important, your anger or spirituality? It's easy to talk, but at the moment when you are facing this situation, you are very angry with somebody, and there is a choice, difficult choice, to love that person or to hate that person. It's very hard to make the right choice, because the emotion is so strong. These emotions, they are enemy of the soul, and they cloud the mind, they cloud the judgment, and you completely take the side of those enemies. You are not on the side of the goodness, you are on the side of the enemies. So, yeah, there will be tests. Entire life is made of these tests. So once you completely complete your tests, you overcome all those difficulties, and you perfect yourself. You are not anymore with the pride. You are not anymore with attachment. You are not anymore with greed, but you are with spirituality. This one part. And another, the most difficult tests that Guru gives to a disciple is test of devotion. Is that you start to doubt the system itself. You start to doubt spirituality itself. You start to doubt existence of God. You start to doubt the perfection of the Guru, and you start to doubt, you start to reconsider your commitment and connection to the Guru. That is actually, everybody will have to go through this. There is no person who will not go through this. Sooner or later, you will have to face with that challenge. And then you will internally fight. And sometimes, like, I don't know if I told on this channel, but I went through a very, very difficult period of darkness. Like, there is nothing but cynicism, but darkness. And you don't believe in anything. You don't believe in light at all. And you just cannot find any meaning. You cannot find any support. You place your leg anywhere and it goes down, like goes into the swamp. Very hard period. So that is the final test. And then if somehow, somewhere deep in your heart, you maintain that tiny little light of faith, and you go with that commitment, then this stage will pass, you will come out of darkness, and everything will become clear. And then your mission, your purpose, everything will become clear. Then, from that moment, you are not your normal self. You are the hero who has come out from the dungeon. You went to the dungeon, you fought with the dragon, you became victorious, you came back. Now you have the purpose, now you have the mission. So these are very normal things on the tantric path. Normally in the beginning you move and you only get good things because you are not yet fighting with the inner enemies. You are not fighting with the demons inside. So the demons, they coexisting with spirituality. But the moment will come when there will be a choice, a difficult choice between spirituality and one particular enemy. At that moment, you have to choose spirituality. You have to choose spirituality. And then, you know what he said to me, even if you have done everything wrong, you have done everything right. Rumi says, come, O traveler, come. Even if you have broken your vows 1,000 times, come, ours is not the caravan of despair. Even you 1,000 times you failed your test, but you remained committed to spirituality. You remain devoted to spirituality. It's okay. You still have done everything right. Remain committed. So one good friend of mine, at one moment she was almost like a mother to me. I was very young and she took a lot of care of me, gave me a lot of spiritual revelations and many things. So I adored her as really one of the goddesses in this world. Really extremely selfless, extremely spiritual personality. So sometimes we had some deep talk in the kitchen, sitting and drinking some tea. And I asked, Didi, how you always meditation is good for you, easy for you? She said, you know, when I was in Africa, I couldn't meditate for one entire year. I said, I was, you know, really like such a fresh, you know, tomato, green fresh tomato. And I was thinking like really the acharyas, the teachers of meditation, they're like gods. They're perfect. You know, that's how I saw them. And she's telling me I was not meditating for 1 year. I'm thinking like, wow, how is that possible? She said, I don't know. I couldn't find strength in me. I couldn't find inspiration in me. I just couldn't. And I said, then how did you survive? She said, because of love. Because I always loved humanity. I always loved God. I always loved spirituality. I knew this is because of my weakness. I cannot follow properly. But I am committed to the path. And then slowly, this period finished and she is out of that period, out of that darkness. She is shining, she is beautiful, she is inspiring. You know, about this perfection and imperfection. This accepting of our imperfection, very important. Like one also, a disciple. She wanted, you know, like when our guru was physically alive, everyone wants to confirm that connection with him by doing something physical. For example, they would give a garland with flowers. So, but there are thousands of disciples and everybody wants to give a garland. So it is not easy to get a chance. So she also wanted to give like really deep desire. But then, you know, so much competition. And she made one garland, and that garland is looks to her like very imperfect, very, very imperfect, very strange looking. And she's like, oh, I'm so shy to give this kind of garland to the guru. And then suddenly the situation, like, nobody is there suddenly with the garland. And a personal assistant is looking because Guru wants actually somebody garlands him. So finally they find her. Oh, you have a garland. Oh, please go ahead. And then she is overcoming her shyness. She goes and then she gives. And then very gracefully, with very sweet and very warm smile, the Guru accepts. And then she feels like not only garland he accepts, but he accepts me. She said, oh, this garland is so imperfect, just like me. And now when he accepted that garland, also means he accepts me. So when she talks like this, when she tells this story, she says that really, he never rejects, always accept. So this, but we don't accept our imperfection. For God, there is no problem with our perfection and imperfection. It is with us. So we also have to accept, we also have to love, also have to forgive ourselves. And fight. Forgive and fight also. I have done mistake, I will not do it anymore. That is the fight. But then also there is a forgiveness. And there is fight and there is forgiveness. So this is the path. But the main thing, you remain committed. That's the main thing. Even if you have done everything wrong, you have done everything right. That was the teachings that I got from that time when I missed my train and everything. I really like it. I really like it because we are imperfect. We are imperfect on the path to perfection. And we will definitely do many mistakes, for sure. And those mistakes, they will teach us also. But sometimes because of ego, I have done mistake, I lost my faith. Now I will not continue the spiritual path. Or I feel angry with somebody, I will not continue spiritual path. That is the biggest foolishness the person can commit. That's the main kind of sin. That is the main mistakes. Don't do that mistake. Don't let the spiritual path go. It has to be all. You have to always follow the spiritual path. That's the most important. Yes. So I would like to see you in some of our retreats. Please check in the descriptions below. I do retreats in Sweden, in Germany, in England, in France, in Baltic countries also, so in Israel. So please check my schedule and hopefully we can meet and we can enjoy meditation together, some deep talks, some sharings, lectures, become inspired, succeed in life on the spiritual level, on the psychic level, psychological level, emotional level, intellectual level, on the physical level also. So please consider transforming theory and inspiration into practice. So for that, I am trying to help you by organizing all these events. Check down below in the description. Namaskar.